This video is funded by the European Union. It was prepared within the Helvetas Intercooperation Germany project, which is implemented together with the International Center for Migration Policy Development. Kibriyo Obidova is a leader of the Karim John Hussein Zoda Mahala Committee, and at the same time, she is a deputy chair of the Mahala Council of Kanebadam city. She is a participant of the project called Improving the Well-being of Labor Migrants and Their Families in Tajikistan, which is carried out by the branch of the Helvetas Intercooperation Germany International Organization in cooperation with the International Center for Migration Policy Development.
Before carrying out this project, we did not have enough information about the rules and demands of legislation regarding the labor migration. We have achieved a lot as a result of our cooperation and participation in the trainings and workshops of this organization.
The project lasted for 21 months. It covered two target regions, Isfara and Konibodom cities, as the number of migrants was higher in these areas. The main goal of the project was strengthening access to information for prospective labor migrants and their families. Due to the lack of legal awareness, not knowing some new laws and regulations that have been changed in the Russian Federation, we, the employees of the Department of Migration Service in cities and districts, in cooperation with this project, conducted a training course with this organization, which consisted in increasing the legal awareness of both labor migrants and their families. Dilovar Murodov is a chief expert of the Division of Inspection and Labor Migration at the Department of Migration Service in Sukt province. He cooperated with the Helvetas organization within this project. This was the only project on improving the well-being of labor migrants, and I felt myself that this project had a positive impact on labor migrants and their families. Also, it had a positive impact on our employees for training and preparing experts in the future. Before approving this project, the topic was studied by the organization and problems and issues were examined.
At the beginning of the project, a baseline survey was conducted, as a result of which it was revealed that 83.5% of the respondents did not have information about the activities of the government organizations working in the field of labor migration. More than 75% of respondents answered that they receive information about all migration procedures and requirements of the legislation of the Russian Federation from their friends and relatives living there. It was also revealed that more than 60% of the respondents did not know how to properly use the money sent to them by labor migrants. In this regard, and in order to eliminate these shortcomings, the project conducted a number of training sessions and awareness-raising activities, through which we were able to inform the population about the activities of the Migration Service, the activities of the chairman of the Mahala committees, the Adult Education Center, and the Legal Aid Center. Nowadays, a number of people migrating for work has increased. Due to not being aware of their rights, migrants have faced many problems, misunderstandings, entry bans, and many other situations.
The project invited 4 agencies for cooperation. They are Migration Service, Mahala committees, Adult Education Centers, and the Legal Aid Center. Together, they studied the problems of migrants and their families and took measures to solve them step by step.
We received complete and detailed information about labor migration at the first stage, and the people have already benefited from this. Those who migrate for work now are happy that they have complete information. If they don't have a profession, they don't go there. First, they acquire the skills, even if they are 40-45. They take welding courses, craftsman courses, and many other courses. It's all owing to this project project that is being implemented in practice.
At the same time, during the same period that we conducted training sessions and workshops for labor migrants and members of their families and those currently in Tajikistan who have been banned from entering the territory, we were able to provide them with jobs through these adult education centers. And in cooperation with the Labor and Employment Agency, we provided professional training and certification of professional skills of labor migrants and members of their families. I am sure that in the future the number of such projects will increase and other development partners or cooperation partners will join us, and one of the key issues that we have today, which is the problems of labor migrants and members of their families, will be solved. The training stages of the project and the organization of a Doors Open Day for migrants and their families in Konibodom and Isfara cities were particularly useful. Doors Open Day in Isfara and Konibodom cities was attended by, if I am not mistaken, more than 700 people in both cities. It was a very timely event. We, the employees of the migration service, together with the project manager, were able to provide labor migrants and other stakeholders with the necessary information, as well as the presentation of this guide and the completion of this project. Within the project, the representatives of the Mahalla committees worked more with the population. Having participated in training sessions on their rights, they received information about the prevention of domestic violence, human trafficking, and other issues related to women and migrants.
When we studied the current laws of the Republic of Tajikistan in the workshops, we received information about the issues of discrimination, family abuse and domestic violence. Human trafficking also occurs due to not being aware of their rights. Women and girls used to go to work to Russia and they would give their documents to others. And as a result, they would sell these women and girls to someone else. Fortunately, today, as part of this project's partnership, we are doing a lot to prevent unpleasant incidents, domestic violence, and to improve the status of women in society.
Together with the project manager, we were able to conduct several trainings for the employees of the migration service in cities and regions, both for experts and for managers of the divisions and chiefs of the departments. It was a great goal and it gave many wonderful results too. The Mahalla committees explained to the population that they should be seriously prepared before migrating. It will be much better if they leave after mastering a profession.
Because of their age, they did not know where to go to study. As a result of going with banners and having door-to-door conversations under this project, they found out that there is an adult education center, and before they leave for the Russian Federation or return from there, during their stay in Tajikistan, they should go to adult training centers and master any profession.
When citizens and labor migrants who have been banned from entering the territory address to us, we suggest them to go to the adult education centers for mastering a profession and for employment.
The adult education centers also glad that there is such a project. Previously, there were few people in their courses. After commencement of the project in Konibodom, generally in Tajikistan, the groups studied daily at the center and they received certificates upon completion.
Within the project improving the well-being of labor migrants and their families in Tajikistan, a legal and advisory instruction book called A Guide was published.
At the same time, when citizens used to address to us and we didn't have this guide, we would give them advice blindly or send them to an employment agency or other organizations.
The instruction book guide was published in 2 languages, and today it is a desktop book of these 4 partner agencies. Now Kibrio Obidova confidently gives comprehensive advice to every visitor. I received advice and now I have full understanding of what is needed for labor migration. And here you see I was also given a guide and I will get the rest information that I need from this book. In fact, there was no such advice before. Now we know what to do. All the information here is complete, that is, they are given step by step. And this guide contains all information that we annually publish in the brochures, booklets and newsletters, and labor migrants can use and get benefit from it. The project played an important role in increasing the financial literacy of labor migrants and their families left behind.
Before participating in this workshop and receiving advice, we have been spending money unconsciously. Now, after participating in the workshop, they taught us how to save and put aside money. After that, we came to a conclusion and started being smart with our money. Almost all of the participants of these workshops say that their money comes from Russia. And when they were asked what they spend their money on, they said that in general they spend their money only on food.
Conduction of a step-by-step training workshops made a significant contribution to strengthening the economic base of migrant families and the targeted use of their funds.
Now we have started with families of labor migrants left behind. I think that if in the future other people also learn this, Tajikistan in general, as it has been moving forward for 30 years, will move further. I think we should explain this to them and make their lives better. Before participating in this workshop, we did not make the family budget, we have not been saving money, and we have been spending it unconsciously. After attending the workshops, we learned how to use money rationally. Now we spend it wisely. We save money. We develop family budget. We have chosen a better way for us.
The project has taken good steps for the transition to a modern service system and easing the work of the Mahala committees. Within this project, we have tried to provide 21 computers to the Jamaats and Council of Mahala committees of Isfara and Konibodom cities, which will further make their work easier.
Owing to this project, if we soon receive computers, things will change. It was with the support of this project that they saw that we were suffering and we also needed to pay 185 Tajik somoni for training course. Many are not able to pay that amount, and he said that they would support us and transfer money for training, and soon we will sign a contract with the Adult Education Center and we will take computer courses. I am sure that the work of the Mahala committees will be carried out at a high level that meets today's requirements. In a few years, if it's God's will, if you visit us again, you will see that this place has become modern and capable of meeting the requirements.
Those who were trained within this project sincerely expressed its benefit in a conversation with us. I am very grateful for participating in this project training, because it showed us a lot of innovations, training courses and an exchange visit in Konibodom city through their Mahala committee. We learned a lot of new things in these training courses. For example, the transition to a public self-government body and the attraction of generous interpreters for the development of the Mahala plays a very important role. We express our gratitude to this project because thanks to this project we have achieved this success.
Our life has improved a lot. I learned how to save money. It would be great if such workshops were conducted more often. We would like to take this opportunity to thank the project partners, the Migration Service Department, the chairman of the Mahala committees, the Adult Education Center and the Legal Aid Center on behalf of the project team and the corporate management team of Helvetes Intercorporation, Germany. The project improving the well-being of labor migrants and their families in Tajikistan, which is carried out by the branch of the Helvetes Intercorporation Germany International Organization in cooperation with the International Center for Migration Policy Development and financed by the European Union during its activity, could help in solving the problems of labor migration and migrant families. The project has achieved its goals and made significant progress in the future lives of thousands of people.
This video is funded by the European Union. It was prepared within the Helvetes Intercorporation Germany project, which is implemented together with the International Center for Migration Policy Development.